All right, so just got done seeing Wolfman, and boy, there's some good ideas. There's some decent sequences in it, but as a whole, it was not a very good movie. You spend a lot of time asking yourself, why isn't not this character doing this? Why are they doing that? The characters' decisions. I don't know if it's the way they're acting or if it's the way they're directed to act or what, but they're very weird people in the movie. It's at the end of it, I felt like, does this even take place in the real world? Just the way that they're acting, the way things don't make sense. There is a lot of plot hole type questions, more so to do with the whole aspect of the Wolfman himself. It seems like a lot of the so-called rules that you would expect to see in a movie like this, especially if they're trying to associate themselves at all with the 1941 movie, other than a bear, like a little bear trap or something like that. I was like, okay, well, that's a callback to the 1941. Is anything else really much of a callback? Not really. So I was very confused as whether this was trying to be a Universal monster movie, or if it was trying to be some other type of thing. It really felt like the script could have been something else before this. And they forgot to change some of the dialogue, like constantly saying disease. Yeah, it's a disease, sort of, but no one's like really talking about what they're actually seeing. They're not really outwardly discussing it. So it's very, very strange. I wanted to like it just because, like I said, there's some good ideas and things like that, and the sound design is good. It was nice to see the girl from Ozark in it, but I really didn't care for any of the characters. They were underwritten, and just kind of the movie was kind of bland. It had a very bland palette. The best parts were the 3 times you saw the Wolfman point of view. At least that looked interesting. The rest of the movie was kind of muddy, dark colors, if hardly much color at all. I'm always a little iffy when a movie has kind of like a one location mostly type of situation, and because of that, it felt like it really stretched out the entire story. It felt like this could have been a 10-minute sequence to open a Wolfman movie, or perhaps maybe, or something like that. And to kind of finish things off, the werewolf design was a big point of contention that I seem to barely remember seeing it. I looked away quickly, but I remember like gray hair on an individual or something. So I don't know if the Wolfman in this is what was released before or not. The Wolfman design is not terrible, but it seems like it's halfway thought out. It's like, okay, you have the character slowly turning into the Wolfman. Oh, so this is his completed design? So it doesn't look much like a Wolfman. It looks more like someone who got burnt a little bit, and they have a unusually shaped face. So even if the movie didn't all add up as far as character motivations and decisions and the way they acted and stuff like that, even if that didn't add up, I would have at least hoped to have a really great Wolfman, and some better gore, something to add some spice to the movie. and not have things that constantly do not make sense. Like, I'm not really going to recommend seeing this, but I really do hate giving away hardly anything. Towards the end of the movie, something happens. Something that happens is that's kind of a lot like what happens in Saw. But something happens to the Wolfman, and you're like, I guess his blood is starting to do a really good job of clotting, because he's moving around with what should be a lot of blood loss. I don't know, but yeah. And so even the werewolf stuff, even though the design was not awful, none of the other stuff worked that could have helped out to make the movie at least a more of a fun, interesting watch. So yeah, there's not really much I can advise to as far as any reasons to see this, just because the few good sequences and ideas just does not cut it. It didn't even feel like a Wolfman movie. At first I thought it was gonna be like a Dogman, and they're just calling it a Wolfman. No, that did not turn out the way that I thought that they might have tried to go. Yeah. So, yeah, not much else to say other than if you've seen it, let me know what you thought about how it did not pay attention to the rules that you would think should happen at the bare minimum. Like, why is this Wolfman running around in the daylight? So you're going to completely disregard some major things that kind of make the character of Wolfman stand out. I don't know. So hopefully whatever comes out next week or whatever is better than this, and we'll see.